Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first video, hi, I'm Alaina, and this is The Organized Money, where we talk about planning life and managing money. Today's video is going to be a budget with me. We are budgeting for the month of March, and I am currently in my budget planner. This is a planner that I created. I sell it in my shop. You can either get the digital version of this planner where you print it out and you decide how you're going to bind it and put it together, or you can get the actual planner where I do it on the disc bound system for you, and it will look just like this. The case that I got, this is from Amazon. This is a tool case. If you're interested in the case, I will have it linked down in the description box. But let's go ahead and flip open unto March. I have been in this planner all year and it has really been working out for me. It's just a great place for me to be able to add stuff in if I need it because of the disc bound system, and be able to kind of keep up with what's going on in my life. I'm able to add in expense trackers if I need them for any particular week, and do whatever else I need to do. So what I'm going to do first is pull out the month of February so that I could see what was going on in February and then mirror it to the month of March. I also love using this sheet here in order to kind of map out where my checks are going, like write it out before I actually put it in my planner. So I'm going to be doing that exact same thing for March. I haven't done my monthly check-in yet, so I definitely need to do that for February. But for now, we're going to start off with March. So I have some budget dots here. These are the dots that came with my March Patreon kit. And so I'm going to use these to map out the weeks so that, because I use a different color for each week to represent which check are paying which bills. If you guys didn't know, I am on variable income. Me and my husband get paid different amounts throughout the course of the month. I'm not 100% sure of what we're going to get until it gets a little bit closer. But I do like to map out our expenses based on a $10,000 a month budget. It's usually between $10,000 and $11,000, and the goal is hopefully to always get more than that. So the first thing that I'm going to do is put the month, write down all the dates, and then we're going to start with the dots. So we get paid every single Tuesday, which means that Tuesday to Monday will be the same color because those expenses will be out of that particular check. And then when we get to the next Tuesday is when I switch colors because it signifies another check. So for the first week, this is everything in the dark green. We're gonna have our mortgage, health insurance, dental, this is a dental bill that I have, and student loan. And now we're gonna switch over to another color. I'm gonna go to the yellow and do the next week of expenses. Okay, so for the second week, we have a dental bill, energy bill, which is our lights, car note, and our taxes. I'm trying to pay more on the car note and on our credit card. We're trying to basically get rid of both of those. So those will be more, and I don't even really put my credit card on here. I usually just try and put something toward it every single week. So that's usually on my weekly budget. The next color that we have is the brown color, and that's going to be the third week. So for this week, I just have smaller bills like our Netflix, our dental, pool, and Hulu. So this will be the week where I will put the majority of our extra money onto credit cards. And the last week will be this lighter green here. and that's the last week. So the first 2 weeks of our month are always really heavy with expenses, so I try and save as much as I possibly can to make sure I can cover them all. And the last 2 weeks are pretty light, so this is usually the time frame where I am paying off on car and credit cards, because I have a little bit of extra disposable income at this time. So for the month of March, I also do have some additional events. There are 3 friends that I have that have birthdays in this month, and I know we're gonna have at least 2 events, one on the 14th and one on the 22nd. So I want to mark that down so that I can make sure I set aside additional money. Usually I try to set aside $60 in my budget for those type of events. So I will do that for the 14th and the 22nd. So it will be an additional $120. So as you can see, I put the events in 2 different colors because usually this amount comes from my sinking funds. I try and cash flow it if I possibly can, because I do have a lot going on with my sinking funds right now because we are saving for some upcoming trips. But if I can't cash flow it, then it will definitely come from my sinking funds, and that's why I put them in the red color instead of the colors that I have allotted here that's coming from a check. So now that that's done, the next thing that I'm going to do is work on my sinking funds. I'll pull this out and turn to where my sinking funds are in my book. If you didn't see when I set up my sinking funds, I set this up a while back. It might have been a couple of weeks ago. I will link that video just in case you need to see what's going into this. But currently I have an emergency fund account, and that emergency fund is set at $5,000. This $5,000 covers car repairs, car insurance, home repair, and anything that's like medical or other expenses that may fall under the emergency category. That would be what this $5,000 is set up for. Now that that is there, I am now moving into my sinking funds, and I don't really do anything else additional into savings until I am kind of finished with this stuff next. So I have an upcoming anniversary trip. I have my daughter's birthday party and a conference. It's the BYOB, Build Your Own Brand Conference. And based on the total of these 3, I need $3,561. This will last me up until June. So it was 14 checks, and I needed to save $255 per week. So currently, I need to just reconcile what's in there according to this, just to make sure I am still on track, because I try and like save as much as I can. And I believe I have like $800 in there right now, but I'm about to check. So currently I do have $804.16. So now I'm just gonna count out how much I have based on what I need. So I know I needed $255 per week. I have 4 weeks in the month of March, 4 weeks in the month of April, and 4 weeks in the month of May. So that is 12 weeks total, and I'm gonna times that by 255. And that will be $3,060. And what did I say I needed? I need 3,500. So actually I am ahead, because if I keep it up, I will have $3,860, and I only needed $3,561. So that will actually put me like $300 over, which is good. I'm not gonna change my amount per week. I'm still gonna keep it at $255, just because I know other things come up. Like I said, I have dinners, I have other stuff that may come up and may mess with this number. I might have to take out of sinking funds, and right now I know I kind of have a little bit more than I need. I have $300 more, so that's actually good. So I'm going to I'm gonna still keep it at $255 per week. And if I do, it will have me at $1,800 by the end of the month. Now, this is actually what I'm starting out. This is the plan, but of course I will write underneath what actually happens, because I may not be able to save as much, or I might have to take something out, and that's why I have these extra spaces here. Now lately I have not been doing cash envelopes as much. I have been taking out cash, but I've only been using it for food, and everything else has been basically in our spending account. So I will see what's going on this month. I might take out cash because I do have those 2 birthday events going on, but I'm not 100% sure yet, but if I do that, I will do a separate video. I'm not gonna do any savings because I have this set $5,000 that's in my emergency fund account. And as far as my debt reduction, I do something every single week, but I want to jot that down as it happens, because I'm going to be planning that on a weekly basis. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is write out all my expenses here. Basically, it's just a repeat of everything that is on my calendar, but I like to write it here just so I can keep track of the projected amount, the actual, and when it's actually paid. Okay, so I have repeated all of the expenses that are on the opposite side here. I've repeated all of those, but the other thing that I have done is add in some additional goals. Like for my credit card, I would like to pay off $1,000 this month. And then at the bottom here, I do have a shopping goal. This is Amazon. That's where I spend do a majority of my shopping. I have a goal of $200, meaning that I won't go over $200 spending on Amazon. Parties, I already told you the goal was $120. Food goal is a $600. It's $150 a week for the food budget, and gas is $400. So now I'm going to add all of this up and see what's my total. So the total here is $6,827. And I am also not including, I gotta put down here my tithe and my sinking funds. So actually, I shouldn't have put this here. So tithe, we're looking at $1,060. Like I said, this is kind of based on a $10,000 budget, really like $10,600. And my sinking funds are going to be $1,020. So now let's add everything up and see what's my new total. So the new total is $8,907, which is good because it's well under our $10,000 budget. And so now we have set goals for the month of what we're going to do this entire month. So now we're all set up and ready to go for the month of March. I hope you guys have enjoyed this budget with me. You know, when I do my weekly spreads, I will kind of jot down what's gonna happen throughout the course of the week on this page, and then I will flip over to my weekly budget and basically start working on my expenses for every single week. Hope you guys have enjoyed this budget with me, and I will see you in the next one. Until next time, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye guys.